What's up, guys? It's Bryce and Nick, and we're back. And I know we said every Tuesday and Friday we'd have a podcast, but some stuff went down today, so we figured we'd get a short, quick podcast update video out for you guys. We're going to talk about Phil Jackson and the Knicks and their future, and Chris Paul and the future of the Rockets, so let's get right into it. All right, so the Clippers and the Rockets had a trade today. It hasn't been finalized yet, but it's going to send Chris Paul to the Rockets in exchange for Patrick Beverley, Sam Dekker, Lou Williams, Montrezl Harrell, and a protected 2018 first-round pick. They gave up a lot for Chris Paul.
Too much.
Arguably too much. I think that since they got Chris Paul, I mean, it wasn't a terrible trade for them, but I think it's going to hit them hard getting rid of Pat Bev and Lou Williams for sure.
This is going to hurt them a lot more than what it might help them, honestly. Chris Paul is opting out. He opted into his contract just so he could be traded. So what you're telling me is Houston couldn't have created cap space some other way.
They couldn't have. They said that there was no way they could have signed him as a free agent. They had to trade for him.
Still.
I just killed your argument.
I did.
I just totally slayed your argument
You
to
did.
pieces. They had to, and
But still, I mean,
you got to give all the credit to the Clippers, though. Instead of letting him walk out as a free agent, they got Lou Williams and Pat Bev. Those are two great players.
Sam Dekker is a good coming up utility tool kind of guy. Does everything. Not really good at one thing. Kind of like
Conley?
no,
Not Conley.
just signed him.
Parsons?
Yeah,
Chandler Parsons?
yeah. He's just like Chandler Parsons early on. He's good at everything, but not great at one thing.
Yeah, he's all around. Decent.
Harold's a motor kind of guy. He's gonna get you rebounds, put back points, undersized for a power forward, but
I think that's good for Chris Paul, though, on their end. If you're going to give up top 5 point guard in the league, at least you're getting Pat Bev. I mean, what you're losing in Chris Paul, you're getting as like a cheaper version with Pat Bev. You know, he's a pretty good defender.
He's a really good defender.
I mean, he's a really good defender, decent scorer. Not that great of a scorer. Lou Williams, I mean, he 6th man of the year previously.
This is a good step if
But they're losing Griffin. I don't think he's gone.
The Clippers need to be going into a rebuild now because Blake's gone for sure. They need to try and ship DeAndre for whatever they can get.
Which sucks because he was gone and they begged him to stay.
Yep.
And they convinced him. He said, "Oh, well, I'll stay. We'll build something here." And then 2 years later,
they need to ship DeAndre for whatever they can get and then flip Lou Williams. Because Lou Williams is still a solid 6 man.
Mm-hmm. I feel bad for Lou Williams.
I don't.
He got traded from LA to Houston at All-Star break, and then now he stayed there for the rest of the season.
Now he's going back to LA.
Now he's going back to LA. Hopefully he didn't sell his house. I hope he didn't sell his house. I don't know how valuable trade wise DeAndre is though.
DeAndre?
I mean, he's really good, don't get me wrong, but you can't keep him in the game at the end of a game, a clutch moment. You gotta take him out.
That's how you play most. That's how you're playing most centers now. Any days, most centers in the last.
If it was in the last 2 minutes of a game and it's tied up, I'm keeping Boogie Cousins in.
Boogie's one of the exceptions to the rule.
I'd keep him in too. He's a power forward. I'd still keep him in.
But you have people like
Tristan Thompson I'd take out. I wouldn't want him.
Yeah, Tristan. You have Andre Drummond.
He's
DeAndre.
They're just as bad as free throw shooters. They're both terrible.
Yeah.
He's too big of a liability from the free throw line. I mean, he's still in a. I'm not saying he's not good. I'm just saying he's just a liability.
Hassan Whiteside, another one.
Oh man, don't even get me.
Another one you really don't want in the last 2 minutes of the game. I mean, that's just centers are becoming more and more irrelevant in the fact that basketball is becoming more positionless. Mm-hmm. You can play 5 guards all at once.
Yeah, I saw something today it was like Cleveland's next year lineup, and it was Kyrie, Paul George, D Wade, Melo, and LeBron. LeBron was center.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's not gonna happen. But
no,
it was just a joke. I mean, it could happen. I mean, I'm saying it's not gonna happen. I'm saying if that had to be the lineup, it would be the lineup.
Yeah, but hopefully it doesn't come down to that.
Yeah.
I do not want to see not Paul George. I want to see Paul George in a Cleveland uniform.
But with love there.
With love there. But I don't want to see Carmelo in a Cleveland uniform.
I think
Carmelo is he would not fit in the Cleveland system at all.
He'd score good, but he can't defend.
He'd be playing third, fourth fiddle.
He can't defend.
He can't, and that's what killed him.
Mm-hmm. That's what killed Cleveland.
Yep, that's what killed him.
They couldn't defend. The Rockets already said it was confirmed that they're going hard for Paul George.
Yeah, I saw that.
I don't know what they're going to do to try to get him.
Yeah.
I don't know who they're going to get rid of.
I really don't know how much.
They'd have to get a third team involved.
Nah, they have they've already talked about trading Ryan Anderson.
Yeah, do they?
They still have Eric Gordon.
Yeah,
but they're gonna kill their bench.
Exactly. They're already starting to do that. They're halfway there.
Yeah,
They're halfway already there.
They'd have to give up a lot to get Paul George, and I don't know if they have the space. Well, not the space, but the personnel to be giving up.
Right.
Because they end up just being like the Clippers were the past 5 years. I mean, when the starting five are on the floor, they're good. They're arguably a top 3 team in the league, but their bench was so bad that they couldn't do anything.
That's how the Cavs were in the finals.
Mm-hmm.
They kept up well enough when LeBron was. It wasn't even the Cavs bench. It was when LeBron wasn't on the floor.
That shows you how much of a impact he has.
Yeah, all you LeBron haters out there, facts are there.
Yep,
they're there. Moving on, the Knicks and Phil Jackson mutually parted ways today. It's just a nice way of saying they fired him.
Yeah,
thank the Lord.
He needed out of there. He was running them into the ground.
He ran. He there was no running. He took the shovel. He digged out the dirt. He buried him.
They're already down.
But now that he's gone, I mean, people are saying like, "Oh, Phil Jackson's gone. Melo's gonna stay now." James Dolan's just as bad. He's a terrible owner.
He is awful.
He's horrible. It's not even gonna be that much different. They need to sell the team. Someone needs to buy the team.
Or something needs to happen like what happened in LA.
Like what?
With what's his face, their old owner.
Oh yeah.
And they ran him out.
Yeah, they ran him right out of there. Jim Buss, was it?
No, Buss was Lakers.
Oh wait, what are you talking about?
I'm talking Clippers.
Oh yeah,
2 years ago.
Well, he didn't get. I mean, he got ran out, but it was because he was racial issues.
Yeah.
That they ran him out. It wasn't because he was a bad owner, but he was a bad owner.
He was an awful owner.
Dan Gilbert's not a good owner. He pays, but
yeah, getting rid of names are just running out of my head right now.
I don't know, man. For the Knicks, it's a step forward,
but
it's like 2 steps forward, 2 small steps forward.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's good for the team chemistry. Because he's the president, but he was coaching from the
sideline.
Yeah.
From the behind the bench, yeah.
And he was getting involved too much. Run the triangle, and obviously it wasn't working.
No, the triangle has never worked. The
only
reason why it's ever
They won
worked,
80 games in 3 years.
The only reason why the triangle ever worked was when he had arguably the best player ever in that system with Michael and with Kobe.
Yeah.
That's the only time it's ever worked. Other than that, the triangle has never succeeded.
Yeah, and bless you.
Thank you. I will give Phil this. He did real well on overseas players and drafting overseas players and getting them into the NBA.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, Porzingis, arguably a top 5 power forward center, whatever you put him in the league right now. And you have Willie Hernan-Gomez, who was a second rounder or a late first rounder.
I don't remember. I really don't.
And he played some really good basketball this year. And now, hopefully, with this French point guard, Frank Ntilikina, or however you pronounce his name. I'm sorry if I butchered it. But hopefully he can fit into the system, into the new system.
Let me bring this up. Phil Jackson was there for 3 years. This was his 3rd year.
Mm-hmm.
So he started 14-15. 13-14, they won 37 games. 2012-13 season, they won 54. So after the 2012-13 season is when they went and just butchered it all up and said rebuild. But I don't know why they were rebuilding when they had a 54-win season. J.R. Smith was someone who complained a lot about that. I saw an interview with him. He was pissed. 2014, his first year there, they won 17 games.
That's bad.
That's really bad. Second season, 32, and then this season, 31. Not much change there. But I mean, I guess it's hard to put it in perspective of how bad he was. Like his decision making was bad, but he just had a negative impact.
He did,
because he didn't get along with Melo. He said that in his interview, Carmelo would be a player best fit somewhere else, and he had the fans chanting, "Trade him." During the regular season while Melo was shooting free throws.
He's been talking about having him traded since the All-Star break.
Melo was on the trade block last year.
Yeah. But he verbally came out and talked about it during the All-Star break this year. Mm-hmm. And that's bad.
Keep it in the office.
Yeah, that's bad to bring it to the public eye, because then now everybody knows. It's not speculation anymore.
Yeah, it's just...
And then that also puts a bad taste in your player's mouth.
And then it got 10 times worse when he brought Porzingis involved.
Yeah, and then Porzingis not even going to his exit interview.
And that was the right thing for him to do, if you ask me.
Yeah.
He had every right to skip that meeting.
Yeah. Now, do you think Porzingis is going to be traded?
No.
They're not going to shop him anymore?
No, I don't think so. Well, it depends on who's doing the shopping. If it's James Dolan or whoever the fill-in is, I can't remember his name. If it's James Dolan doing the work, probably.
I would love to see Porzingis go to...
I'm sure he's still being shopped, but it's like I don't think they're heavily trying to get him out. Mm-hmm. Melo, they want him gone, I think.
Yeah.
I think Melo personally wouldn't mind it anymore, I think he still wants out, but I think now he's more calm about it.
His problem though is he's gonna be taking a big pay cut.
I think he's fine with it. How old's Melo? 34.
34.
Doesn't have a ring.
Nope.
Never made it to the finals.
Well, he's made one conference final.
Yeah, in Denver.
But yeah, going back to Porzingis, I'd love to see him in Philly.
Me too, but I just...
If he was in Philly, that'd be a young core who could defend the rim and can run.
I'm not saying I don't want to see it. I just don't think it's going to happen.
I think it will happen.
Who's Philly going to give up for him?
They have Jahlil Okafor.
That's it. That's all
No, they have Jahlil Okafor, Dario Saric.
But that doesn't...
And they still have picks.
They'd have to use a lot of picks.
They have LA's first round pick next year.
They have to use picks. They don't want to get rid of... They're going to keep Simmons.
If they trade
Embiid.
If they trade Okafor, LA's pick next year, and then their pick the following year after. Right there, that'll give you Porzingis. No doubt in my mind. Or if you have
but
to
is
match,
that worth it to New York?
Or if they match up if they're going into a rebuild, for sure. Okafor is only going to be in his third year. They give him 2 first-round picks in the next 2 years. If they need to match up numbers, Philly can send Jared Bayless. They can match up with Saric. They have other smaller pieces that they can send over to New York that are still young, which would match New York's rebuild.
It's just whether New York's willing to get rid of Porzingis, because as far as we know, it was Phil Jackson.
Yeah, but hopefully with that, if New York does commit to a rebuild, that has them buying out Noah. That is the worst contract.
Not re-signing D Rose.
Not re-signing D Rose, even though there was reports that they have high interest in him.
Phil Jackson maybe had high interest in him.
Phil Jackson just won the 2011 All-Star team.
Yeah.
Courtney Lee, Melo, Brandon Jennings, and Derrick Rose. Brandon Jennings can ball though.
He can.
But he's a backup point guard this league.
Yeah.
He used to.
Hopefully he'll get his stuff together in the league. He's just a big joke because he always gets caught in the worst situations.
He used to be a baller. Brandon Jennings, his rookie year, was a baller.
Well, that's all we have for you guys. Just 2 big stories that came up today, so we figured we'd get this out quick, and hopefully you guys enjoy it.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, and we'll see you guys Friday, hopefully.
Yep, see you Friday.
Have a good one.